apologies, we haven't had an episode out for the past few days. I've just been so busy and had other things to worry about and sort out. So hopefully we'll get back on track. Today is one of the bigger videos, just because it's like the game that we're playing. It's quite a long-winded game, but what we've done is jumped into Ship Simulator Extremes, and we're going to tell you the story of Captain Rogers and his last voyage on the Orient Star. Okay, welcome aboard the Orient Star on its Christmas cruise around the Antarctic. This Orient Star today is under the command of Captain Roger, who is there on the bridge, and is about 5 days into its Antarctic cruise. Captain Roger is not happy with the ship being in the ice fields, although he's been ordered to go take it here by the company that owned the star, and is very annoyed at their constant orders such as this, which could put his ship in quite a bit of danger. He got into trouble last year for disobeying the company's orders when they asked him to get close to an island such as this one, to give the passengers a good view of the island. But he did not want to risk going in too close, and it was not close enough for the company. He has, however, been up since 5 this morning, and has refused to leave the bridge since, as he's worried about the being in the ice. However, a member of staff has told him that he should take a break and go and have something to eat. The captain has refused this several times. However, he's now reluctantly decided that he will go and have some dinner. He has, however, asked him to inform him straight away should there be any changes in circumstances. Bridge, the helmsman is First Officer Lifty, who has been put in charge while the captain is off. Officer Lifty, however, has in the past been known to take some rather risky decisions, and enjoys putting the ship at risk for a bit of a laugh, especially to entertain some of the younger junior members of staff. Captain Roger is not happy with Officer Lifty being responsible for the ship. However, people have said they'll keep an eye on him for him. Officer Lifty has refused or ignored the captain's orders to keep the ship at half speed, and has put it full pelt into the ice field. Officer Lifty is quite keen on bringing the ship right up close to the island, as he thinks it is good for the passengers to have a good bout of excitement and also have a good look at the island as well. He asks a member of the crew to make sure that they are not too close to any of these icebergs, and when the report comes back that they are not, he starts turning the ship slightly towards the starboard side. Then makes it dare with one of the junior members of staff, who says that he bets he can't get closer than 10 meters to the island before turning the ship away. Captain Rogers would never do this. However, Officer Lifties decided to take up the bet and turn the ship towards the island. He then straightened it off so they could get good speed, and the junior officer started watching as they got closer. The junior officer was being very economic with his estimations of how close they were, saying that they were still a good 20 meters away. Officer Lifty was still willing to go a bit further. However, then a member of the crew shouted at him to change course immediately, and Officer Lifty lost confidence and quickly turned the ship. However, it was too late. They ended up rushing alongside the island. This immediately alerted the captain to the fact something was wrong, and he started to dart back to the bridge. Now thinking, the captain saw another officer coming the other way and told him to get another officer down from his cabin to take over as the helmsman. When Captain Rogers got down to the bridge, he started asking what was going on and ordered that Officer Lifty went back to his cabin immediately. Then went over to see what the damage was. Passengers were now starting to queue outside the bridge to find out what was going on. Captain Rogers did not want to worry anyone, and as the ship had not started sinking yet, he decided to leave it a bit before he gave the order to start preparing the lifeboats. He asked members of staff to start, or officers to start requesting help, and putting emphasis on the size of the ship and how many passengers they had on board. The captain wanted the ship to move away from the island as soon as possible to avoid any further damage occurring, and asked for the ship to be put full speed ahead. This could have been a mistake on the captain's part, as he was not yet aware of the damage. A report then came back to Captain Rogers saying that the ship was heading nose first into the sea, and it was very possible that they might start sinking. However, the engineer in charge said that he did not think the ship would go under today. The captain then asked for passengers to put their lifeboats on, and for officers to prepare lifeboats. However, he made it very clear that he didn't want them to be launched due to the harsh conditions and the fact people would probably be safer on the ship. He then started, members of the crew started making Mayday calls, SOS calls. very concerned by the list and asked for a report on this to find out how much the ship was actually listing. He found out that it was listing quite a bit. Said he wanted to see Officer Lifty straight away so that he could show him exactly what he had done, and then give him the order to say that he had to stay on the ship and make sure passengers got off safely. Officer Lifty arrived on the bridge. The captain was very blunt with him and dragged him aside and started showing him what he had done. He pulled him to the front so he could see how far down the bow was and asked if he really thought it was worth it for a silly game of chicken. Officer Lifty felt very sheepish and apologised, but the captain was not having any of it and told him to go to Lifeboat Station 1 to help prepare with that, saying that he was under the order of whoever was responsible for that lifeboat station. Captain Rogers then noticed water coming onto the decks, and he started to panic. For Officer Lifty, being under the command of another much lower officer was very bad for him, seeing as he had once been the second in command of the ship. Passengers were now starting to worry as they too noticed water coming up onto the decks. Captain Rogers was very concerned by the amount of water going onto the decks, although he was saying that it was probably due to the fact there were some big waves about. As the report had come back that the ship was actually sinking, he thought that everything would be okay. He, however, asked for another report to be made on what the situation was. The ship was starting to list quite heavily and also going under nose first. There had also been no response from the other ships to say that they could come and help. The captain therefore did not want to issue the order to abandon ship just yet. He continued to watch water coming up onto the decks. Decided to go to the side to see if his officers were repairing the lifeboats as requested. When he got there, he noticed, much to his annoyance, that he could see Officer Lifty getting into a bit of an argument with the officer who was responsible for that lifeboat, and he decided to radio up that particular officer. He then decided to go up on deck and shout down to that officer because his radio didn't appear to be working. shouted down that he needed to turn on his radio and that he was in charge of Officer Lifty. Officer Lifty felt very embarrassed by this, as he had been humiliated in front of more staff. Captain Rogers then decided to head back down to the bridge to find out what the latest situation was like. He then was very shocked to receive a report from the company who had asked for him to sink the vessel, as they could then claim the insurance for it. He initially tried to refuse, however they then said that he was out of command and put Officer Lifty in charge. Captain Rogers then immediately did what he thought was the best thing to do and wanted to start helping passengers. However, before he did this, he sent a text message to his wife, who was still home in the UK, saying that the company had wanted him to sink the ship and he has been decommissioned because he refused to. The hope was that this would not go down well in any court of inquiry investigation. Officer Lifty left the ship going full steam ahead into the ice and gave the order to abandon ship. Captain Rogers continued heading around the ship, helping guide passengers in the right direction, and when he found a disabled passenger who had been abandoned, he immediately picked her up and started taking her to her nearest lifeboat station. Two lifeboats were launched. In order to move away from the ship, aboard the ship, the situation had gone very bad. And Officer Lifty was still pushing the ship ahead, in the aim of carrying out the company's orders for sinking it. Many officers were moved from the bridge to avoid this getting out. some very annoyed at the fact that, or blamed him for the fact the ship was now sinking. Officer Lifty was very delighted at how close the ship was getting to the ice, although he was concerned that it would not be going fast enough to start sinking it. Captain Rogers decided to head up as high as he could to see what was happening to his ship. He was, of course, still helping guide passengers, and when he saw a mother with her small child, he grabbed a lifeboat, gave it to the child to make sure that he was safe. Passengers were expressing their concern about the fact that it was still heading towards an ice plain, and although Captain Rogers was unable to do anything about this, Captain Rogers got to the front and saw that the front of his ship was completely submerged. He started to feel quite sad, as this is the ship he had been in command of for the past 3 years. The bridge, however, Officer Lifty was checking that everyone was safely off, and then said, "Right, we need to go," and abandoned the bridge. He then gave the order for the third lifeboat to be deployed and moved away from the ship. Back on the ship, however, Captain Rogers was heading back down to the bridge, as most passengers had now been taken off, and he felt they would be of more use there. Thanks to the physics of this game, it was taking Captain Rogers quite a while to get there, as he could not walk very fast. Captain Rogers realised there were still passengers on board, he was even more mad. He told them guided them to their lifeboat stations, and then said that he had unfinished business to do, especially when he saw that Officer Lifty was walking away from the bridge. He grabbed him and started to head back in that direction. See that the ship was about to collide with the ice wall, and he realised straight away that Officer Lifty had followed through with the company's orders. Passengers began screaming when they saw how close they were to the ice wall. There was nothing that Captain Rogers could do. Ice was being scattered over the decks. The ship by now, the front of the ship was completely submerged. Captain Rogers locked the door and told Officer Lifty that he was going to stay here with him until the ship went down. Officer Lifty was a bit of a coward. However, Captain Rogers had tied him down to his chair to make sure that he would not be escaping the ship. He then sat by the window and watched as water came in. inquiry that followed the sinking of the Orient Star, Captain Rogers was found guilty of causing the ship to sink through its collision with the island. The text that he sent his wife during the incident was rebuked as his wife, attention-seeking, tried to get his husband out of trouble and clear his name. Officer Lifty was praised after the company said that he had been a very good officer and gave his life to save the ship. However, a couple of years later, when they actually found the ship, found the engines in full speed ahead, plus a few members of the crew who actually changed their statements and admitted to being bribed by the company, Captain Rogers was cleared of the charges, and he was celebrated and given a statue in his hometown due to his bravery saving the ship and giving his life at the same time.